Hello and welcome back to another episode of Spread Some Magic 1928. Today I've got two recipes for you with the best ingredient ever, Biscoff cookies or cookie butter, however you know it as. We are going to make a cookie butter syrup for our cold brew and our lattes, and then a cookie butter drizzle to put on top of those and for a churro. So to get started, for the cookie butter syrup, you need cookie butter spread, preferably creamy. So to a small saucepan, you're gonna add a half a cup of cookie butter spread. This stuff is so delicious. I just like eating it by the spoonful. It's very dangerous. So I got that half cup cookie butter spread, a half cup of brown sugar packed, and then 1 cup of water. We're gonna cook that over a medium to low heat, stirring pretty consistently. I've got my whisk here too, for several minutes. And then after we take it off the heat, after it's thickened a little bit, we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so while the syrup comes to a gentle simmer, we are going to make the drizzle. Let's see, it's syrup and sauce, right? When it comes to Starbucks, syrups are the light ones, sauces are the thick ones. So this would be our Biscoff sauce. So to a food processor or by hand with a rolling pin, you want to grind up 1 full pack of Biscoff cookies. You can find these at the grocery store. Costco had a big box of them. They make fantastic bases for cheesecakes, but for this purpose, 1 whole thing in here, grind it up. When that's done, you are going to add to this, we're gonna just keep it all in here, a half teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of cinnamon. Be careful, there's a lot, yeah. 1 tablespoon of golden syrup or brown sugar or another dark syrup. So I'm gonna use dark brown sugar and I'm gonna pack it. I don't have golden syrup. That is more of a British thing. And then we're gonna start off with a half a cup of evaporated milk. And then a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Two teaspoons of lemon juice. Once everything's in here, we put on the lid and let it all blend up. And this is where it comes to personal preference. If you want it thicker, you're gonna add a few more cookies. If you want it thinner, we're gonna add a little bit more evaporated milk. So let me blend this up because it is super loud and I'll be right back. All right, let's see, do we like how thick that, oh, that might still be a little too thick. So I'm going to just add another drizzle in there. So I want it pretty like pourable, as like a drizzle, maybe the consistency of the white mocha syrup at Starbucks. I don't know, we'll see. But also, this came off the stove. So we've got a pretty nice syrup. It is about syrup consistency. So to that, we are gonna add a half a teaspoon of vanilla and then let it cool, and then we'll give it a try. These should be ready at about the same time. I'll be right back. All right, we've got the consistency we want. So we're gonna carefully pour it into this glass jar. Look at that. Now, Amazon does sell a Biscoff spread. It does ship directly from England. I had it in my cart and then it was back ordered and it's been unavailable pretty much ever since. So I found a recipe to make. And I think it did just come back available for purchase, but I had already had this planned. So there it is. Biscoff drizzle or Biscoff sauce. Let's give it a try. It's a little different because it's not quite like this consistency, but the flavors are there. That's gonna be really good on a churro and on top of either whipped cream or Biscoff cheesecake or making cold foam. Like we can use the Biscoff syrup to make cold foam and then put the drizzle on top. Can't wait. Anyhow, let me clean this up and we'll get back to our syrup. All right, this is still kind of steaming. So I've got another nice, I've got a glass jar to put it in. It's like how I like to store them in the fridge. I can use dry erase or wet erase on there to mark what kind of syrup it is. I have several in the fridge. This did turn out a little thicker than I was expecting, but still thinner than the drizzle, and looks fantastic. That's all that jar holds. Whoops. Oh man. That is delicious. Let me grab my cold brew. I'm out of milk, otherwise we'd do the whole thing with cookie butter cold foam and drizzle on top. That's for another day. It's pretty hot. There we go. It's mellow, needs more. Anyhow, thank you for stopping by today. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and spread some magic wherever you are. Until next time.